I know what you're doing.
He's back.
Sir? Sir, I need to talk to you about a scam.
Welcome to the new Troubleshooter Show with Emmy-winning former CBS Consumer TV reporter Judd McIlvain. He investigates and fights for consumer rights. And if there's a scam, he will tell you about it. And if you're a scammer, he will be at your door. Here's Judd.
Replacing a roof of a home or a business can be a major investment, so you want to make sure you do not get hooked up with a bunch of unlicensed scammers. The scammers, or as I like to call them, the crooks, can be a guy simply in a pickup truck who tells you that the shingles in his hand came from your roof and you need to repair your roof before the rainy season. Of course, the few shingles in his hand are the same ones he uses every day in his scam. They didn't come from your roof. Many of the scam contractors will use second or rejected material for your roofing. Look at that roofing over there, just sitting in the sun rotting. And look at this one over here. That's not the original packing. You can't see the name of the manufacturer. That's been rewrapped to fool you. And that could end up on your roof. This is Steve Pincus, the president of Royal Roofing Company of Southern California. Royal Roofing has been in the business for 29 years. Royal is on a campaign to warn consumers and business owners about the unlicensed roofing contractors. You have to make sure that the contractor has workman's comp insurance, or just one worker falling off your roof could mean you'd have to sell your home to pay for his medical bills. Your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover it. It happened to a woman in Glendale. Steve, what is the major roofing scam?
Judd, the most important roofing scam, or the number one roofing scam, is reject roofing materials, seconds in roofing materials. No one knows if it's first quality, seconds, or reject. But as evidenced by these pictures, there's big business, 100,000 square foot warehouses plus that sell second-rate materials for 10 cents or 50 cents on the dollar. Unless they get involved and have aggressive education from their roofing contractors that are bidding the jobs, they'll never know. It'll just get nailed on the roof or hot mopped on the roof without them knowing what's going on. The materials have to be in factory labeled wrappers with the barcodes and the underwriter laboratory and the name of the company, versus just materials that you show the viewers that are just in brown wrap or white wrap, or they're just in plastic wrap, and that's 50 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents on the dollar. It's junk material.
Steve, how can a consumer check on a contractor's license?
Everybody says licensed, bonded, and insured. That's just a given. That's a standard reply. But when you go and check the contractor's license board, here's one contractor that's got 15 violations, departed from trade standards, aided and abetted a non-licensee, associated with a disciplined license, did not provide the right to cancel, the California right. And here's their second violation. This is a lot of violations. So unless you do your homework and check the Contractor State License Board website, you'll never know if this contractor has violations or in good standing. But here's one. This license is revoked, unable to contract at this time. This company has no workers, no employees, and does not have workers' comp at this time.
Steve, why is it important for a contractor to have workman's comp?
It's critically important. No workers' comp means that if there's an injury on your job, they overload the roof and he falls through, a board breaks or hot tar burn or something, if there's no workers' compensation insurance, it falls on the homeowner. Homeowner's insurance does not cover workers' comp injuries because you've hired either an unlicensed or an uninsured contractor. There's that little verbiage in your home policy. You must hire a credible, licensed, and insured contractor. If you don't, you're then personally liable and you can lose your house or your building. One of the things that we set up, one, trying to educate customers, but we have a consumer checklist for 3 or 4 bids that they get, and some of the highlights of it is the license. How old is the license? Everybody says 30 years in business or 20 years in business, but how old is the physical license, which means how old is that company? Is it a year old or 10 or 20, whatever? Ours happens to be over 25 years, but you can get a credible company that's 10 years in business. Then, is the license clean? Is there a Better Business Bureau rating? Do they have a physical office or are they a P.O. box? And then here's a listing: workers' comp insurance, a policy, liability, an umbrella, Do they have in-house crews? So we prepared a client checklist because they don't know the questions to ask in the roofing business to get a bid. This is very helpful in answering questions and making sure they're doing the proper checklist to hire a contractor.
Steve, how can the folks get a hold of you here at Royal?
1-800-766-3390 on our website, royalroofing.com. They can get to us. My email's there and all of that. And as owners, we're obviously open to our policy to take your call personally.
Now you've heard these facts from one of my troubleshooter team experts, Royal Roofing.